Well, I'm not as far as I had hoped, but at least I've got a decent start. Hi, this is Kelly with Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and today we're talking about the countdown to Valentine's Day that Tracie Hinds is doing over on her channel, Nanner, BaNanner. And I decided to jump in, and although I don't have her kit, I thought I'd just pull stuff from my stash and make my journal. So I just wanted to play with something small and get back into playing again. Now, I have my journal done. I have my signatures sewed in. I did go back and add one of the doilies from Stampin' Up. So I have that done. But I thought just for a quick video for today, I'd talk about my categories and what I'll be working with. I'm going to tie this now so it can start holding things in place. Maybe get a little flatter before I work with it tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday night. I did not watch the Super Bowl. My team didn't play. My daughter's team did. I'm okay with that. I decided to spend the day with Bob instead, and that's why I'm a little behind on getting this part done too. So, that and my sugar's been up a little bit today, so just been kind of taking it easy. Okay, so we have a cover. I am going to do something on the front, and I had thought about a spine, and I pulled these that I got from Spectrum Art Creations, but I think they're going to be too wide. They're going to take up a lot of that cover, unless I wrap it like this, and I could do that. But I have it in white, I have it in pink, and I have it in gold. I hadn't meant to pull the gold out. It just kind of come out. But I think if I do anything, it's going to be the white. So I have this Venetian trim to use. Now my categories are, let me set this aside. My categories are stickers and ephemera. So I have these stickers from my stash. I have my doilies from Stampin' Up. I have my vintage ladies, and there are some really pretty ones in here in this red that I think I may use. I purchased these from Spectrum Art Creations, and because I'm a 50s housewife at heart, I had to have these. And I'm not sure what those are in that fashion. They don't look like him. But I thought I would use this set and maybe pull a couple of the paper dolls from in here. Then I have the florals from the Tim Holtz Botanicals. I also have these labels in pink and red from Tim Holtz. And then I have the cut-aparts from the Love Notes paper pad from Authentique. So that's my ephemera, okay? So that's a place to start. And I'm going to move these over here out of the way. I also have the 6x6 paper pad in this collection. And I found these and these pockets from Spectrum Art Creations in my stash. So that's part of my ephemera. I am going to need to use the jewelry pieces to make my dangle on the spine. And then I have these that I purchased, these appliques that I purchased from Spectrum Art Creations. And I love these hearts, so we're going to use some of those. So, that's it for ephemera. Now, I'm wanting to do really soft edges on this. So, I have my lace trims and another applique here. But I have these, I have that, I have this ribbon, and I have red and white pom-pom, and I have this. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet, so hold tight. This, if I use this, it's probably going to be one of the later days. But one of the things I love about junk journals is I love all the fluffy stuff on the edges of the pages. What about you? I also found these cut-aparts in my scrap rack that have potential. I have no clue where they're from, but they're very vintagey looking. And I thought this one was pretty. So I'm going to stash those over here. Then I have my washi tape. The washi tape and the trims are kind of one category, and I pulled out some pinks, some florals that I have. Oh, I have stuff on the desk too. More stuff that I pulled from the scrap rack. I have that ribbon for an edge. I have these vintage Halloween, Valentine stickers. I have this ribbon that is teddy bears. I thought that'd make a nice trim. And then I have this foam heart. So this all goes with that. And then I have an entire stack of paper scraps. Now, and I can't remember the gal's name, but I will link her channel down below. She made what appeared to be a tag that looked like it had been quilted, and all she did was use her scrap papers to collage on a tag base, and then she ran it through her embossing folder to get that stitched texture to it, and I thought it was really cool. And it's going to have me looking through my embossing folders in a totally different way, and I will show that to you later in the week because I want to get a sample done. It may even be for tomorrow's Tag Tuesday because I don't want to pull my big shot over to here. I will go ahead and do that over on my platform and then bring it over here and show you what I did. So but that's going to utilize a lot of these scraps. So there is that. Now, I'm going to move the trims off to the side. One of the things I'm thinking about with this is I want to do an edge, but I need to do a crochet with this because I don't think it's going to lay very well on the edge of the page unless I use my glossy accents from Tim Holtz. That should lay that down really well, but I'll have to lay it down and then I'm going to have to clip it with my little clips until that glue dries. So, and here's the thing, if you use contact paper at all, or you have the Xyron sticker machine, if you have this little puppy, when you tear this off and you take your stickers off, you see if I've got a piece of one over there. Probably don't now because I want to show it to you. There we go. But the paper that your sticker comes off of, this is great for laying on those page edges when you want to let things dry so that nothing else sticks to it. So I will keep these handy so I don't have to fish them back out later. I could also do a double glue, which means I'd run this down with a sticky and then I'd run a bead of glue on either side of it for it to dry. And that, like using the Stampin' Up! Ribbon tape runner. This one would hold it in place while the glue is drying on the edges. So that's something to think about. And I found these two in my stash. I have red and pink brads. Now, the thing with the brads that I'll need to remember, and let me go ahead and pull this back over. If I think I want to put a brad somewhere, I'm going to put it on the paper on the front before I do anything else on the back, because that way whatever I put here on the back could cover the brad prongs. So this will take a little bit pre-thought in using these on the pages. So I have those. That's part of my ephemera. So I know this is a short video, but I wanted to get in here and get this one done tonight so I can get it up in the morning. I'm back to needing to run videos, which means I need to conserve my bandwidth, which means running videos in the very early morning instead of in the evening, or instead of during the day after 8 o'clock. One other thing I want to tell you about really quick before we go is that I am going to be part of a collab with JJ with Joy, and I'll link her channel down below. She is doing a collab for the month of March, and I will have my collab will run on March 17th and March 27th. And aside from linking her channel, I'm going to link the video that shows the digitals that I'm going to have to choose from to work with. They are really well done, and I think you'll find some you'll like too. So that's going to do it for me in the studio today. We're going to kick off a long week. I did opt not to use stamps or dies in this journal. I just want to use what I showed you. So that's going to do it for me. I will be back here tomorrow with that Quilted Tag Tuesday. In the meantime, please remember to like, to share, subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Creative blessings.